Burger King mukbang. Let's do this. I hope that you're all doing well on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Man, I got some crazy exciting news for y'all to share just now. Actually, I have two stories for you. So, what do we have today? Well, another BK video. I don't remember the last one I made, but the upcoming week I'm gone for 10 days. I'll get into that just now. So, expect the next video to be a cooking video nonetheless. Alright, so we have a brown paper bag. I don't know if you remember that song, brown paper. Oh, can't sing it, I get copyright. But you get the point, brown paper bag. So we have this brown paper bag. I think this is the Whopper XXL. I don't really know. They got so many, they got so many things on the menu at BK nowadays that I just simply don't know what it is. I do know that it's gigantic. I'm going to Zagreb, Croatia in a few days' time. Man, am I excited. And I'm most excited to try out the food. So expect some TikTok content coming up. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, go check in the link in the description. You can follow me on my Snap. Some exclusive content that you want on a different website is also there. So if you're interested in that, just, click on there. So we have the... Oh, so it's the double Whopper. All right. Well, shit. Let's see what this is all about. Burger King, I find pretty much just one of the best fast food chains here. You gotta understand, we don't have no crazy stuff like Wingstop and all of that stuff. That's in the UK a big thing. I could have sworn Rick Ross is like a co-owner of it, or is the owner, or something like that. So that dude must be making a crap load of money on chicken. So we have tomatoes. You already know, I don't put my tomatoes on my burgers. I mean, look, don't get it wrong. I do love tomatoes. It's not on a burger. And pickles. They're my kryptonite. They have to be fresh. I don't like the small ones. Yeah, I'm full of shit. I know. I should have asked without pickles, but that's a me problem, though. Anyways, this burger, the double Whopper. The good lord. It's fucking huge, bro. Cheers. Yo. It's actually still warm. How is that even possible? The fries are soggy and shitty, but... Actually, no, they're not that bad. So, let me just go ahead and tell you the story, right? Why Croatia, you may be wondering? That's a very good question. Well, it's actually got one reason only. I was going to book a all-in exclusive hotel, 5-star, tomorrow. Yesterday. And, I was with my mama like, okay, I want to go here. Can you help me out with a little bit of stuff, I'm a bit stupid. Booking things is not my thing. That's my mom's thing, You do know there's flooding in Greece, Crete, right? I'm like, what? Shows me a whole news. I'm like, oh, fuck, are you serious? So that's why it's so cheap, this all-inclusive for 8 days. Yeah. God damn, so I guess Greece is a no-go zone. Everything's on the water there. People have died. People are missing. People are still getting searched for. So I spoke to my friend. I'm like, listen, maybe we should skip Greece. Why is that? I show her. She's like, but we're only going in 2 weeks. I said, I know, but do you expect an island to be completely clean in 2 weeks? It's not how it works, unfortunately. So she was like, okay, let's search up an alternative. So I checked Spain. But the thing is with Spain, I'm literally going to Spain next month, Mallorca, for a week and a half. So we were both kind of like, I don't want to go to Spain twice, right? Mind you, it's probably beautiful. I don't want to go to the same place twice. So, she said Egypt. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to know Egypt. I've been there twice. I mean, look, Egypt is nice with the pyramids, but that's only if it's a touristic place. For the rest, it's a very unsafe country. In general. So I'm like, for that money, I'd rather go somewhere else where it's at least a little bit safer. And that I don't have to necessarily stay in an all-inclusive hotel the entire time. So, Croatia. Now, we looked at all-inclusive and we were like, it's just not worth 7-8 days for that money. They ask a lot of money, right? So I was like, she was like, sorry, I have to be honest, I can't lie now. I ain't the one that did it. He's like, okay, what if we go with the car? I'm like, alright, that's possible. We both have our licenses, no issue. I'll take my car because her car is at the garage at the moment, so it's not gonna make it in time. And we calculated that it will be like half the price. So we were like, let's go on a road trip, go to Croatia. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I've always wanted to go there. We actually were looking at going maybe this summer together. Because last year when we went to Italy, that was like our first massive road trip together. It was 2.5 weeks. And at the end of the road trip, we were like, what if we do Croatia next year? Or like Albania. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. And the nice thing is with going with a car, you can go to any place at any moment when you want to. With the airplane, it's like we land and we have no form of transportation whatsoever. We don't, and not just that, but tickets are fucking expensive, man. I don't know about you guys, but I find flight tickets so expensive nowadays, man. Because since a few years ago, I think like 2021, majority of flights don't include your suitcase anymore. So you have to separately pay for that. They like to say in their own words it's for the environment. Really, it ain't got nothing to do with the environment. It's just to make more money, which understandable. It's an economy we live in, and people want money. That's the only thing that we live and die for, pretty much. You live for money and you die for money. So I think we did the calculation estimate, and we were like, okay, what if we go with the car? We include fuel, we include a B&B for a week or so plus, and we were like, oh yeah, this is like half the price, more than half the price. So that's exactly what we did, and we're going to Croatia. I'm not sure really what there is to do yet, but I do know that there are a lot of parks. There are a lot of lakes as well. Just like Turkey, Cappadocia, there were a lot of lakes. There were also tours, but we kind of just all did that on our own because we had a car for rental. And I think there's also old history museums in Croatia and a lot of green places, which is something that I wanted as well because, look, I don't mind being in the city for a week or two, but there has to be some form of nature. That's definitely one thing I really thought was disappointing about Turkey, was there's no greenery. It's like a desert, pretty much. Well, it's over exaggerated, but like there are hardly any trees. It's all just houses. And Croatia has a lot of nature. And we're gonna go drive through Austria. I actually just came back from the ANWB. I had to get like a vignette. So yeah, that's actually pretty much all done. It's super easy. You just booked the B&B last night and got the vignette. The only thing I have to make sure is that I have to look at my insurance for my car in foreign countries, if that's cool. And if that's okay, then we go. I mean, we go nonetheless. Because we already booked it. Because I was on the phone with her last night. I was like, alright, I feel like we should book it. There's only one place that this B&B left. I don't want to wait too long that it sells out or that it's gone. So that's kind of the story. Besides that story, I don't know if any of you that watch my videos are from the Netherlands or have maybe heard of it. Probably not, only if you live in the Netherlands or in Belgium maybe. But there's this Dutch gossip channel called Roddelpraat. Gossip talk, pretty much. It's just like your gossip magazines. Allegations of people, accusations, this and that. Alleged doing this and that. And these two guys called Jan Roos, who I think used to be an ex-politician or something. I'm not sure, but I know he used to work for Power News like a very long time ago. Just like Danny Gozer, who's a very good interviewer. Danny's Wereld, if you used to watch it during lockdown, very good series that he had about all type of topics in society, from poverty, from corona, from guns in America. It's very interesting. And you've got the other guy, Dennis Schouten. He is quite a interesting guy to say the least. He used to also work at Pound. He's very provocative. Has his opinion about this and this and that. That's totally fine. It's just, I will say that this is what I find. I think sometimes that they go over the line because of the fact that, of course there's a form of freedom of speech, but there's also a thing called not allowed to insult other people, groups, whatever may be the case. And they have often done that, which has caused them often to get sued by people. And they've even had to go to court because someone literally took them to court. And I think they've lost all their things so far. And it costs a lot of fucking money. They literally put their lives at risk for gossip talk, and I guess you could also say entertainment for others. Some would say they're doing something that others don't dare to do. Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, I love watching it every week, don't get it wrong. So now the story is, there's this guy called Maliupu. Now, the name might ring a bell to some of you. Sure it did to me. I'm like, no fucking way. I used to watch this dude like 7, 8, 9 years ago. Like when he was a youngster, like my age. Dennis Schouten got shot by him with a paintball gun. The video's all over the internet. This guy hadn't posted content in years. I think his last video he made was an interview with some guy that was on the run for police. Like, that's nearly 3 years ago or something. That's about 3 years ago. And pretty much what he did was he's got it all on video. Because that's what these type of guys want. They want the clout. Like, it is fucking crazy what people do for clout, man. Like, clout is a disease. If you're not a name brand anymore, or you're not a household name, you do the dumbest crazy stuff. You see it with rappers all the time. Doing these PR stunts for dropping an album. Like, you see them getting so-called arrested, and it's just a PR stunt for the album. Like, bro, you really got to do that shit to sell a bit of units? That's mad. But regardless, this guy has literally committed crimes on camera, and it's recorded. How fucking stupid do you have to be to record your literal crimes on camera for some goddamn clout? So what he did was he placed a tracker on one of the guy's cars, and he recorded it on camera that he placed a tracker on the car. That's privacy invasion. That's stalking, so that's 2 felonies already. Well, sorry, charges, because we don't really work with felons in these in the Netherlands. It's a bit different in the American system, but you get the point. So that's 2 already. Puts the tracker on the car, follows one of the guys to the studio where they record, runs out of a van or some from a car, and ambushes Dennis Schouten and shoots him. Now, a lot of people thought it was funny, but this is, well, first of all, we have a wapenwet and ammunitie law in the Netherlands. Guns and ammunition law. Guns are not legal in the Netherlands, for some exceptions, but you have to go through such a immense triac course to even fall in that category. If I tried to go for it, well, I wouldn't get it because I'm not really 100% in my head. And yeah, guns aren't legal, but there are exceptions for getting a gun. Being a farmer, for instance, that's an exception maybe. Record shooting him. Now, at that moment, you can understand someone thinks they're getting shot and killed. And it's all fun and games. But reality is this guy has committed crimes on camera. And he thinks he's going to get away with it. But I'm going to have to tell you something. He's not. He's fucked. Because he probably thought in his mate that was recording, oh, this is hilarious. People are going to love it. Majority of people, I want to say 90% of people, are saying, man, this is the dumbest shit you could have done. This is literally playing with someone's life. Literally playing with someone's life. So I wonder if he's gonna get arrested. Well, we'll find out later today after this video if he's been arrested or not. But like I said, the type of stuff that people do for clout is... it's very scary, man. It's a disease. That's why I've never done no weird stuff. That's why I never follow hypes. It's the same thing with hypes, you know. Yeah, it's good for momentum for that moment, but after that, you're forgotten. People will always remember you from, oh, he is the one that made that. Oh yeah, and they don't care about the rest of your content. That's why it's also as a rapper, right? For instance, I'll say that as well. Like Lil Pump, for instance, right? I think Lil Pump nowadays is more known for his antics than his music. 6ix9ine, you could say the exact same thing. Although it's funny, but like when 6ix9ine was at the top, this guy used to rule the fucking hip hop game. It's crazy, but like 6, 7, 8 years ago, 6ix9ine was on the top of the game, bro. There was no artist doing it like him. I even think at that moment, I think Drake was honestly at the top with 6. I'm sorry, I think 6ix9ine was at the top with Drake there. But like the thing with 6ix9ine was when he dropped all these videos on his Instagram and photos, it didn't just go viral because of the antics, the disses, but it also went because his music was fucking tough. I have to be honest here. You cannot say 6ix9ine music was not tough 7, 8 years ago. His music was tough. But we also have to understand that this was a whole different time period of music, bro. This was a SoundCloud era where everything was lit and fire. Back when you had interesting new artists and you had artists develop. And nowadays it's like, what has hip hop become, you know? That's genuinely what I question myself every day. What the fuck has hip hop become nowadays? Some say culture vulture. I think anyone should be able to rap. I don't think we should look at those that are different because they have a different skin color, you know. Yes, hip hop is predominantly black artists. That is very true. That is true. When you look at where it comes from, yeah, that's true. Black artists have done it. But I'm not the type to say, oh man, white people are not allowed to rap. Man, let everyone rap the way they want to. Let people do their thing. I mean, there's this one guy, right? This is a very controversial one. Gwyn or something? Gwyn Lee he's called? A fat, chubby ginger dude, right? Like, fat. I saw an Instagram post of him. I'm like, oh, this is tough. You know, he's the only white guy surrounded by all black dudes, and he's saying the N-word. And I'm like, I already know what the comments are gonna say about this dude. I can smell the comments. You know, a white dude with all black dudes surrounding him. He's throwing the N-word so casually like it's nothing. I know what the comments are like. You know, people are like, how can this guy say the N-word? And then you got some people say, this guy clearly grew up with these people. He's allowed to say the N-word around them. I mean, it's like, I'm going to not say my opinion on that. Because I'm not, you know, I'm not going to say nothing about it. But it's like, yeah, interesting, you know. I mean, the song isn't really that good in my opinion, but it's not really a shock. I think, like I said, like majority of artists in hip hop can really say the word. Not only in their songs, but even in their vocabulary. Jesus, I don't know about you, but I cannot stand when someone gets interviewed and they say the N-word every 2 seconds. I hook off because it's so low IQ. Like when you put it in a rap song, it's something else. But if you as an artist, it doesn't matter what skin color you are, talking in general, don't get it twisted. If you drop the N-bomb every second that you speak, I don't want to watch your interview. I hate it. It pisses me off because it's like N-word this, N-word that. It's like, bro, it's too much. Too much, man. Too much. You get what I mean? This is a good burger. But okay, besides that, right? I wonder what the comments will say about this topic. I'm very curious, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. The fries are good. What a big... Goddamn, what a big bag of fries, man. Insane. But I've got no clue what Croatia's going to be like. I really don't know. But it will be cool. Oh, yeah. It's going to be very cool. I think I really love Croatia because, well, the women are apparently very good looking, from what I've heard. And it's a relatively safe country. And that's for me also very important. Like, I don't want to spend my money and go to a country where it's not safe, or the crime rate is very high. Croatia is very low. Zagreb is very low. We even had the talks of going to Turkey. And look, I thought Turkey was fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I also wanted to go out. And the thing is, going out in a country like Turkey is possible, but it's just not like... It's not the European way, if that makes any sense. Different rules, different this and that. And the culture. So I was like, I want to go to a country where I can also kind of party a little bit. I'm not saying I'll have to party every day. I don't want to party every day. Because people, they also go to work every day. But I definitely want to go check out the nightlife in Croatia. I don't know what it's like, man. We'll see. Excuse me. So, in a couple of days' time, you will see a cooking video. In approximately 7 days. Because on the 12th I leave. I should be back on the 23rd, 24th maybe. And then literally a week and a half later I go to Spain. Woo! Spain, bro. I've never been to Spain. Never been to Spain. Very excited, man. That's going to be lit. But, hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Got a tattoo vlog ASMR coming up tomorrow. I posted a video yesterday in King's Podcast. Go ahead and check it out. And I'll see you next time. Adios.